Somebody has got to do something. It's so frightening.
Well, I get it, you know.
Hi, it's Mandy. I live in North Carolina. I'm so glad you guys are doing more shows. You know, it's getting so hard to find good news today. Somebody has got to come up with some solution to get this regime out of our government. Somebody has got to do something. I'm tired of it. I've been listening to this crap for 9 years. 9 years. I wrote the Democrats. I wrote everybody, and they're still doing the same damn thing they did before. It's getting tiring now. It's getting so tiring. It's so frightening. I'm 86 years old. I can't afford to hang around any longer, but I have to. I just want things to be the way they used to be, normal. We can get these guys out of there. Get them out of there. Somebody's got to do something. People are crying. They're crying for this to happen. Look at all the people who took to the streets on No King Day. It proves that we want him out. How do we get him out? We've got to find either legal ways or just go to war with him. I don't know.
Wow.
Well, I get it, you know. I'm tired too.
We're all feeling it.
If you don't feel that, then something's wrong, you know?
Yeah.
I'm gutted.
I'm devastated.
I'm scared.
I'm sad.
Depressed.
I regret my vote. I never thought I'd say that, but I regret my vote. I voted for Trump. And now, in the first few weeks of his presidency, thousands of people are losing their jobs. I lost my job. I was the director of operations of bear studies. For the last 4 years, we've been studying whether or not bears in fact shit in the woods. And now it's gone. It's all gone. What am I supposed to tell my family? What am I supposed to tell them? If you voted for Trump, I don't even know what to say except fuck you. All the money being taken, all the jobs being lost. I don't know what to do.
I was just walking down the street to go get my medication because I'm out and I need it for today. And I saw a woman walking her 2 kids. And she had this look on her face. And I looked at her, we made eye contact, and we both kind of nodded. Like we were both just devastated. And you could just tell in her eyes. I can't believe this country did this again. Why did I let myself have hope?
I was a Trump supporter. I don't know how long I can keep doing this. I have a construction company, and not a fucking thing is getting done. This is what I get. This is what I fucking get. Nothing but white boys. It takes 4 days to do a 1-day job.
See, we told you how it was going to begin, and then we told you how it was going to end. Look at this shit.
Happy and excited that Trump won. As far as financially, obviously nothing's really changed. We're still under the Biden administration, but I know that it is coming, and so I admit I regret my vote for Donald Trump. I regret it because I needed these changes sooner. I needed the prices to go down sooner so that I didn't drain out my big...
See, some of y'all are still in the fuck around and find out stage. See, most of y'all thought that when he was elected, he was going to change everything for you. Didn't realize that his first 100 days, he didn't give 2 shits about you. Every executive order was for something else besides what you thought it was going to be for. He's a businessman. So I'm not even sure why you guys are even surprised. These type of people don't go through everyday American shit. You thought he was gonna feel your pain or he was gonna help you out with what you was going through? Good old Daddy Donnie got your ass again. Hey, as I always say, this is who y'all voted for.
Across America, voices of regret are rising from small town to big cities. The same people who once cheered for President Donald Trump are now speaking out, not with pride, but with pain. They believe in his promises. But today, those promises have turned into problems. This is true verdict, uncovering what they don't want you to see.
In 2 weeks, I'm done. You want to talk about regretting your vote?
I never thought I'd say that, but I regret my vote. I voted for Trump.
I voted for Trump, and I regret it now.
As a Hispanic, I voted for Donald J. Trump. Dude, I regret it so much, man.
I am regretting my vote for Donald Trump.
I voted for Donald Trump, and now I regret it.
A lot of people who were like me voted for Trump and have to account for that.
I regret voting for Trump.
So deeply regret my vote for Donald Trump.
I regret voting for Trump.
I was a dumbass, voted for Trump. It was the worst decision I ever made.
I've seen the light, and I got out of MAGA. A lot of us there have seen the light. We have deep regrets.
I feel guilty because I voted for Trump twice. I feel very guilty because I feel responsible. That's why he's still running.
I was with Trump for 9 straight years. I'm disappointed. I'm very disappointed in Trump right now.
Guys, today, February 10th. It's a day I'll never forget. It's the day I regret voting for Donald Trump. Getting rid of all these jobs. I just lost my job after 10 years. 10 years on the research and development team.
I am regretting my vote for Donald Trump.
I want to preface what you're about to see by noting I am not looking for sympathy or validation here. I was just expressing some remorse and some grief and some sorrow, because I think it can help a lot of people to kind of process through that. A lot of people who were like me voted for Trump and have to account for that. There are moments where I'm just overcome with grief and regret. Not anger, not rage, but just grief and regret over having voted for Trump in 2016. And I get that I've come a long way. I get all that. That doesn't take away those moments. It does not take away the regret, the guilt. I mean, I can work through it, and I do that regularly for a lot of different issues, not just who I voted for in 2016, but I just wanted to document this because this is one of those moments. I just saw the Kamala Harris ad talking about how she is the president for all the people and how Trump has a history of wanting to withhold aid from people who didn't vote for him. And I was responsible. I was partly responsible for putting him in office. I was part of that crowd. And that's something I'm going to have to live with. And I will. But there are moments like right now where that can be overwhelming.
I'm going to say it, and it needs to be said. I'm a diehard Republican and a Trump supporter, and I voted for him. With that said, the hypocrisy the Republican Party is showing is appalling at best. I would have never voted for what has happened in the past 5 weeks. I didn't vote for Elon Musk. I didn't vote for the president of Ukraine to get ousted. And I didn't vote for half of America to get laid off. Yeah, I understand bringing jobs back to America, but now the job market is completely flooded because of how this was implemented. Yeah, I understand tariffs, but now they're just being passed down to the recently unemployed. Because yes, I am one of those innocent bystanders that got laid off due to foreign aid, and my heart is now broken. I feel completely betrayed by this administration. Trump needs to do better. Him and his whole crew. This is insulting and completely embarrassing. The entire country is embarrassing right now.
Whether we will deliver low taxes, low regulations, low energy costs, low interest rates, low inflation, so that everyone can afford groceries, a car, and a home. Common sense.
A few moments later.
Can you guarantee American families won't pay more?
I can't guarantee anything. I can't guarantee tomorrow.
The United States of America is not governed by a government that is America first. They campaigned on America first, but they're not. They are in this order. Trump's fragile ego first. And then however he can enrich his friends below that second, going after enemies, and then his decorating projects, his vanity projects. One very alarming thing that the United States government recently did was bail out Argentina.
All right. I can't really prove it. Like, this is a wild theory, but I do also feel like this government shutdown is another attempt by Donald Trump to force the hand of the American people, make American folks go outside, do something reckless that makes him then go on TV and say Insurrection Act immediately. I think it's another play at that. Right? November 1st, 40 million Americans are off SNAP benefits. Ain't no food in the crib. Grocery prices immediately go up. Millions of Americans also lose their health insurance. And as he squeezes us continually, he's anticipating that people are going to go outside and have an adverse reaction. And Trump is anticipating that you white folks are the ones who crash out. Because white folks, I don't know if y'all really get it yet. Some of y'all do, but so many of you do not. That man hates your guts. And while a lot of y'all take glee in how much he hates us, he still hasn't forgiven so many of you for what happened to him in 2020. When he couldn't take that L like an adult and like a man, and he staged a coup. And he spent then the next 4 years campaigning on we must defeat the enemy from within. He wasn't just talking about liberals, leftists, libtards, socialists. He was lumping your asses into that too. And he needs a reaction. Because he hasn't been able to get one from black folk, hasn't been able to get one from the immigrants, the Latin folk. He hasn't been able to get one from the LGBTQ community. He is anticipating that y'all are as sensitive and as soft and as weak as him. And so that y'all go outside and crash out. And sure, he doesn't want really people knowing that he was a little freakazoid with Jeffrey Epstein, but more to the point, he got to get this dictator fantasy off. Because Stephen Miller and all them people behind him know this man ain't meant much more for this world. So we got to get this shit cracking now. Okay? Once again, more unfulfilled promises by Donald Trump, and now he's taking y'all's food away. He hated your guts the entire time. And one way or the other, white folk who still rock with this man, you're going to have to find out what community is. Because the community is not up top and them billionaires who don't give a fuck about you. It is, whether you like it or not, the people down below who've been telling you what it was.
They cut $186 billion from the Supplemental Nutritional Assistance Program. That's the reason why the American people are at risk of going hungry. Millions of them. And as has been the case in prior government shutdowns, the money can be found by the administration if they chose to do so. In fact, there's about $5 billion available in a contingency fund for emergency circumstances just like this. But the administration refuses to agree to use it. Why? Because they want to starve the American people.
Yeah, I want to jump on the bandwagon of saying that I regret my vote for Trump. My whole family does. My husband and I own a farm in Ohio that was funded through the Inflation Reduction Act, which Biden signed into law. And now the executive orders from Trump are rolling back all of that funding for us. So now we can no longer afford our farm. And when all that happened, it was like a lightning bolt hit my brain. And I realized that I shouldn't just be voting for myself, that Trump's policies and EOs are hurting millions of people. But it took it affecting me personally to understand what I had done was wrong. And I think it's really important for anyone to come out who voted for him and is now negatively impacted by the executive orders, or maybe you have friends or family, especially in minority communities, who are being very heavily impacted by what's going on right now. So, yeah, I think it's time for us to stop being so selfish, maybe, and to vote for what's best for the country instead of just in our tiny little bubble, because we're all in the same boat now and we're all equally screwed by our new president.
When Donald Trump took office, millions of Americans hoped for change, a strong economy, more jobs, and a government that listened to people. But what they got instead was struggle. Prices of food, gas, rent skyrocketed. Federal workers were laid off. Family who had stable lives found themselves fighting to survive. From farmers losing markets, to factory workers watching their job disappear, to senior forced back into workforce. The pain cut deep. Instead that once waved MAGA flag high, people are now realizing the truth. These policies are never for people, but for power. The working class, the truck drivers, the farmer, the construction workers, the backbone of America, are paying the price of misplaced trust. Many who sang his praises are now whispering their regrets. As one of the supporters from Austin said, I voted him to help us, but now I can't even avoid my groceries. The reality is undeniable. Promises were made, but the American people were left with broken dreams. True verdicts bring this story to light, because America deserves better than silence. America was built on unity, fairness, and opportunity, but under the weight of broken promises, many now see that true leadership is not about slogans or rally, it's about results. Those who won't believe are now awakening, and those voices matter. Every regret is a lesson. Every disappointment is a call for change. It's time for Americans, regardless of color, party, or background, to stand together for what is right. Let's rebuild the nation, not through division, but through understanding and trust. This is not about hate. It's about holding power accountable, because when leaders fail, the people suffer. When people speak up, history changes. So to my viewers watching, your voice is your power. Thanks for supporting True Verdict, the platform that tells the truth others avoid. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video, and drop your opinion in the comments below. We want to hear your voice in every matter that shapes our world. True Verdict, where truth has no fear.